One night, I opened the door for three men that came to see one of my sisters. I opened the door. They were in a small hallway with bright lights overhead.
The taller man introduced the other two men. Leopoldo, he said that was his name. He introduced the American who was in the middle as Leon Oswald, and he introduced the one that seemed Mexican and spoke with a Mexican accent as Angelo.
And are you quite clear about it, that when those men visited your apartment, the American was introduced as Oswald?
The American was introduced as Leon Oswald. That would always be in my mind very clearly. I think it was 2 days after that, Leopoldo, who had clearly a Cuban accent, called me on the phone, and he tried to be very friendly on the phone with me and was trying to sell me the idea of the American. The first thing that he asked was, what did you think of the American? And actually, I had not formed any opinion of the American at the time. He said, well, you know, he is, we don't know what to make of him. He's kind of loco. He's been telling us that the Cubans should have murdered or should have assassinated President Kennedy right after the Bay of Pigs, and they didn't have any guts to do it. They should do it. And it was a very easy thing to do at the time. The reason that I remember so clearly was because that same night, or I think either that night or the night afterwards, I wrote my father. And I also told a friend of mine who was my father confessor about the visit.
I think I can pin a date to this conversation with Sylvia. It was the day in which I spoke to her about her attending a charity event at which Janet Leigh was going to appear in Dallas.
They were trying to sell me the American because they spoke that he was a marksman, that he had been an ex-Marine, and that he was someone who could be used and who could be an asset to any organization.